So we got about a minute-long trailer for the new DLC that's coming to Grand Theft Auto Online on December 15th, The Contract. And in this video today, I want to do my best to break it down and take a look at the details you probably missed and everything you need to know from the 57-second long trailer. So let's go ahead and dive into it right now. I will obviously leave a link to the full trailer in the description if you want to take a look at it for yourself. We're going to be going pretty slow here. The entire thing begins with what I'm going to say is like the music part of the agency. We obviously know music is going to be a big part of this update. You'll see that a lot throughout this trailer. And keep in mind that a lot of the stuff you see in the trailer looks like it's probably coming from the various cutscenes in the game. So just keep that in mind that when the update does arrive, you'll probably re-see a lot of these moments again from cutscenes that occur. It then transitions to Franklin Clinton, who we know is going to be the star of this show. One funny thing about that poster, "You Own Los Santos," in single player in his Aunt Denise's house, he has a poster that says Los Santos owns you. So I think that's a direct reference to him now being basically at the top of the criminal business world in GTA. Whereas before, he was kind of just a small fry trying to work his way up. And then you guys can see there that it looks like he's reaching out to another character that is going to be involved in our story. I do not think that is one of our characters, just based off of the haircut, unless there's new haircuts that are being added and new jackets. And I don't think any of the decoration on the walls is interesting. Maybe you could decorate this office, or you can decorate the agency, which is what it's going to be called. But I think in Franklin's office, all that stuff might remain the same, because on the background, you can see pictures of him and his girlfriend and Aunt Denise. And then it obviously shows F. Clinton and Partner, the logo, and the office building itself. That's really cool. It's going to be exciting to dive into the agency stuff, and that's what we get a look at right now. So it looks like we have two secretaries or associates or helpers or something like that. I also think, like the casino penthouse, you're going to be able to not only customize the thing like lighting and the floor design, but you can also add things to the wall like art. And also look at the statue right there of the dude like dabbing. That's pretty cool. And you can also see that there's different wallpaper where that money poster is. It looks like there's an area to sit. And I'm not sure if there's going to be multiple locations of the agency or not. It kind of looks like it based off of the screenshots we've seen so far. We'll talk about that maybe in a future video where we dive into just the part of the agency. But this is our first look at the inside right here. This is going to be an awesome business, that's for sure. And then, of course, it transitions to the logo for GTA Online, The Contract. Then back to more music stuff. I really do think music is going to be a big part of this. And then going back to Franklin and his office. And look at Chop. Look at Chop right there, just sitting in the corner. He's even got a picture of him above his dog bed. How cool is that? It also makes you wonder how involved Franklin is going to be. Like, can you talk to him in his office? Stuff like that. He's also got a golf bag right there. I didn't know Franklin golfed. That's kind of cool. His office looks awesome. It's really cool just to see a single-player character coming back into the story. It then transitions to our garage. I can only imagine that the agency is going to have more vehicle storage. So we're actually going to go in depth in the vehicles a little bit later on, but today let's just point out the new ones, or what I think are the new ones. This blue car in the front here, definitely a new vehicle. We can also see that black debauchee vehicle in the back. That one is new. That might be a red Fister car in the bottom right-hand corner. It looks like the green one in the background is the same as the blue one. And then I can't tell if this yellow one is the same as the blue one or not. It looks like a different one that we might see in just a second. But just counting the number of vehicles we see here, there's 8 of them that appear on the screen very briefly. So at a minimum, we know this is going to be an 8-car garage. Although it could be more, I would imagine that it is at least 10. 8 seems a little bit of an odd number. They usually like to round up to 10 or go up to like 20 or something like that in the case of the office garages. So those are some of the new vehicles right there. Again, we will dive in depth in those. I think we get a look at another new vehicle right here. We only get a look at it for a second. We know that it's going to be a Cabrio, or obviously a convertible. I think it is a Fister. I think it's a Fister. Don't quote me on that. But that's kind of what it looks like here. For whatever reason, they're taking this shot on Vespucci Beach. It then transitions to the Playboy Mansion, where we can see a handful of other new vehicles. There is a lot here. So we've got this blue and red one that the camera is sort of hovering over right now. I think the blue and red one that we're hovering over, the white one that you see on the left, and then the pink one that you see on the right are all the same cars. So those are 3 new vehicles, but they're all of the same kind. You then, from left to right, it looks like we have a Hummer or a Patriot. We then have another new vehicle. It's that purple one. We have a black vehicle with a sort of lime green stripe, a green vehicle. Looks like we have a black and red one. And then we have a few more vehicles enter the frame here, as you guys can see. Now, some of them are not new. You can see those are just the Patriot stretches or like the Hummer limos right there. And it looks like there's a few Rolls Royces that end up rolling in there. This is also taking part at the Playboy Mansion. It also looks like it's an event, so I'm not sure if this is going to be from a cutscene or if it's going to be from a mission, because this is obviously not what it looks like if you were to just roll up to the Playboy Mansion right now. So that's pretty cool. It looks like there's security guards around, a DJ, NPCs, stuff like that. We then transition back to the agency. This is the same girl in the leggings that can be seen. It looks like she's going to be a part of this, a part of the business in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what we're looking at here on the screen. The font is obviously way too small to read. Obviously, on the right-hand side, we can see a sort of satellite map of Los Santos, but I'm not sure what that's trying to infer. And on the middle one, we can see sort of a web of connections between various entries. And then on the left-hand side of the screen, it looks like she's running a program and then entering some files. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. There's also someone else working on the other side of the screen, and we can see our character entering the fray. Looks like there's snacks and places to sit on that background right there. I'm assuming that's going to be a part of our business. It then transitions back to Franklin. I'm guessing he's talking to us. And we obviously know that the street life is going to be a big part of this update. So the next few scenes show off the Ballas, the families, and the Vagos. Looks like they are going to be heavily involved in our missions or our contracts that we end up doing. So not surprising there, but that's really cool. And then goes back to more music shots right here. I think this is going to be a separate wing in the agency. Would also be cool if like we could actually play some of the music. I doubt that's going to be the case. Dr. Dre makes his first appearance. You know he's going to be a huge part of this. I'm not sure what that image in the background. I'm not sure if that's a fancy R or someone's logo. Either way, it transitions to this shot of one of the music controls. I'm not sure if we're actually going to be able to utilize this or not. This next scene involves Dr. Dre talking to another musician. It seems like in the background, it looks like this is going to be very, very similar to maybe our casino penthouses, how it looks like a giant party is going on. You can see Jimmy Levine in the white t-shirt right there. This next scene, it looks like our Grand Theft Auto Online characters, the dude wearing the yellow Trickster shirt. So he's going to be involved. If this is a cutscene, Dr. Dre talking again to this musician. And it's basically like half of it is a montage of just Dr. Dre singing. Now, pay attention to a lot of the clothing in the background, because one of the things that you'll want to pay attention to are those NPCs. It's hard to pay attention to them sometimes and say everything they're wearing is going to be new, because sometimes the stuff that the NPCs wear, we don't actually get for our characters. So just keep that in mind right there. I'm sure this will add a lot of cool new clothing. Again, another montage of Dr. Dre making some music, his friend making some music. I'm convinced that that R now has to be a logo of some shape or form, because we've seen it a couple of times now. I'm excited for all of the new music that's going to be in this. Dr. Dre, obviously one of the most talented producers, rappers, artists of all time. Transitioning to this next shot of Lamar meeting Dr. Dre and being as awkward as ever, which is not surprising. And then we get the contract and the release date. So there you go. That is the new trailer that Rockstar just released for GTA Online, the contract, which is coming December 15th. We got a good look at some of the new cars. We got a good look at the new business or property, the agency. We got a good look at Dr. Dre and some of the other musicians that are going to be involved, as well as our main characters. This is going to be a really exciting DLC, one that I am very much excited for. So I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think of the contract so far? And does this trailer get you excited? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the contract videos that I'll be doing here on my channel once the update releases. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.